for me, I think when you're going down and playing in February, I knew that I wasn't as sharp. So I feel like there was kind of that subconscious of just get the ball somewhere on the green and just work on two-putting.
Yeah.
Like you lost that, extra gear. It's an old Donna Ross, really kind of a cool layout, but there are certainly some tricky shots, and there's some other ones that you can definitely be aggressive.
Okay.
What I've got here is playing Palmacia, and I tried to pull in scoring averages for the 2 rounds. Last year was not ideal since I did miss the cut. My notes here kind of show that it was the result of some lazy tee shots with some irons, which we can work on. So that's kind of my focus, is how do we kind of test today to, one, get the ball in the fairway, but also kind of use different yardages to really hone in on, making sure that I'm flighting in the right way.
But we could basically play the golf course through the test center.
Yeah.
So we're essentially playing the golf course, here, and simulating the shots that you're gonna hit. Here you go, open the tee ball.
I will use today as kind of a springboard to say, hey, some of my shots from 100 to 150 yards were not as tight as I would like them to be. So I can always go out to Hermitage and really find, that kind of those shots. And probably not on the range. I'd rather be on the golf course and, watch the ball fly, try to
hammer that,
work shots into flags, play the fat parts of green, try to, simulate what those shots might look like. There's definitely got to be a lowered sense of expectation. It's just the reality of kind of playing February golf down south. I think there's going to be a lot of times where I'm going to get a good number and feel good about it, and it's just a matter of kind of execute. And I think last year I felt that I was mentally prepared, physically prepared, but maybe I was not as mentally sharp as I wanted to be. So definitely going and preparing now is, again, do all the same physical preparation, but mentally be confident and know that I can hit these shots and I can play that one.
It was awesome. Started out with me and Ben winning the multi-format, and then just kind of got rolling. Won the 4-ball, won the VSGA Club Championship, finished semi-finalist in the State AM, 9th in the Open, won the Valentine. Yeah, it was an amazing year. I played professionally until 15. And then I really pretty much stopped playing tournament golf 16 through 22. And then just decided I was gonna start playing some more stuff in 23. Graduated in May of 11. Turned pro November of 11. Played mostly mini tour stuff. I'd go to Q school. I had conditional status on the web.com. I guess it would have been 2014, got 1 start in Nova Scotia. Missed the cut and just kept on playing developmental, mini tour, e-golf, swing thought, things like that. Goal-wise, it's always, for me, it's always to do the best you can to win. It's definitely different now, having 2 kids. I think it helps kind of take the stress off the game, because if you don't do well, it's not as big of a deal. It's not my job. I have a job. I go out there to have fun and do the best I can and hopefully win. Just try to kind of get back out, swinging, hitting the ball, see where your game's at, maybe see what you need to work on. What are you feeling? What feels off, what feels good. Try to, moving forward, figure out what I need to work on. Feeling pretty good for the Gasparilla. I've been playing a lot lately. Yeah, the game's coming around. I feel like I'm putting well. I'm driving it well. I feel like I'm doing everything well. I've never played the course before, but I'm hoping that my game is in shape for that style course. Jordan, Ben Keefer and I are going down, I think Tuesday night. We'll play a practice round on Wednesday, midday, and then the tournament starts Thursday. 3 Hermitage members. It's such a treat going down there this time of year to get out of the cold weather and play some good golf, hopefully, and some courses that are not dormant Bermuda. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't really play in many tournaments this early in the year. Usually it starts in April, so this is kind of early for me. I plan to play well, but we'll see. It's a kind of a good way to start the year, going down to Florida and with my buddies from Hermitage. So I'm just looking forward to it, and hopefully I can play well.
2023 was a pretty good year, honestly. I got to play quite a bit. Felt like I was playing pretty well. Didn't really have the success I wanted in the tournaments I wanted, but had a pretty good year in a few events here locally, and a couple other things with some buddies of mine. Got the Gasparilla down in Tampa. Super excited to get the invitation, to get to go down there and play in that. Always have the Foxpuss in Lynchburg and the Valentine. It's kind of the other invitationals to kind of gear up towards. The expectations for the Gasparilla are honestly again, I think it's a good opportunity for me to see where my tournament game is right off the bat and for the season. So gonna just go down there and try to see where I am, try to play some consistent golf at least, and hopefully not embarrass myself too much. I got some good friends from different states that'll be down there. It'll be good to get to see them and hang out with them, and going down with Jordan and Sam Beach from here at Hermitage will be a good time to be down there playing with them as well. I think it accelerates things a little bit. I'm certainly trying to work on some things a little bit more than I likely would be here at the end of January. Typically I'm not really kind of ramping up my season until the end of February, beginning of March, but definitely looking forward to a good summer, kind of capped off at the end with the Valentine in August. Thanks to B. Dratty and Zero Restriction for sponsoring the Valentine this year. I got the shirt on, and definitely appreciate those guys and helping out the event. This time of year, starting to get ready for the season, I'm probably out here at least 3 nights a week. It's usually not for more than about an hour or so, but again, just to kind of keep some feel, get some swings in, just kind of keep the touch going a little bit. So welcome to my garage. This is where I'm able to get a little bit of work in the winter and the off season, and like tonight when the kids are in bed and the wife's inside watching something on TV, I can kind of sneak out here and watch a basketball game and just kind of get some swings in and stay loose. I have taken a lot away from sitting in here and hitting the 30-yard shot, the 60-yard shot, the 90-yard shot, kind of over and over again, really dial in some wedge numbers. I've just hit 10 60-yard shots in a row now. I kind of feel it, so I can take that to the golf course and know, like, hey, if I'm about 60 yards, kind of recall that feeling from the garage, and it's definitely helped me out quite a bit the last couple of years with my wedge distances. And I feel like I can just sort of take a nice little easy 3/4 sand wedge here and feel pretty good about getting somewhere near that yardage. And right now I'm just kind of working on trying to get keep a little width in my golf swing. Tend to lose that over the winter, being out of shape. Just trying to get that feeling where I'm keeping the extension with the club going back and kind of keeping some of that width. I think it helps just for me kind of keeping some good rhythm, and again, just some good feel, for the golf club. This early in the season, not knowing what the weather's going to be like, what my game's going to be like, tee to green, being able to feel pretty comfortable and making some putts is going to be key. So that's really the next thing I'm going to focus on is some putting, not on the indoor mat here, but outside on real grass. Boo.
In Richmond, the weather turns quick, and January has frankly been really poor for trying to plan for a February golf tournament. So today's a bonus because it's 75 degrees in January and was able to sneak out. Jordan Utley in 2023, I think it was a mix of good and bad. I think I started off the year maybe a little bit more rusty than I wanted to be. Didn't play poorly, but wasn't super sharp. Got to events and felt like I was kind of piecing together a golf game rather than kind of being ready. Last year I did play a lot. This year I won't be playing as much. So I think my goals will change to be really focused on a handful of key events, Gasparilla being one of them, just to really be the best prepared mentally as you can to succeed. This year you start seeing the field come together, and it's an opportunity for Sam and Ben and I to do this together, I think it's one, awesome for Hermitage, two, awesome for the Valentine, three, kind of awesome for Virginia too.